God damn you, Warren. God, right.
Rattle.
Straight.
Fucking Tom Cruise and cocktails sitting over here.
I'm sorry.
Hey, nerds, and welcome to the gutter.
Okay.
My name is Steven. I am.
Coming down.
This is episode 24 of the Gunners Park. We're almost to the first quarter quell.
Quarter quell
Of the Gunners podcast.
Good SAT words.
So
Yeah.
is Gunner Nerds going to have a quarter life crisis?
We already have. Look at it.
Yeah, this is it. We're in it. We're in it here.
Okay.
My name's Steven. With me, as always, is Byronic Commando, Chuck Porter. Lauren Lowe, Lauren here. And Corporate Cal to my left.
Hello.
And this is, like I said, this is 80% of the new set. Oh, and by the way, today's episode is brought to you by Calvin's back, carrying Steve-O through league since 2017.
Oh!
Right.
How's your back, man?
Oh,
It's
man.
you know
Is
what?
it sore?
It's strong, dude.
You got to put the
you got
team
the-
on
you
your
got muscles
back
back there.
though.
so strong.
You had to carry. You had to carry.
Always got to carry, man.
And you did carry.
Yeah.
You did carry me. Today we're going to be talking about MOBAs. Before we do that, I want to get to what you've been playing. What have you been playing?
Oh, well.
MOBAs.
Yeah, we've been having to do some homework for this episode.
Mm-hmm.
It has been an enlightening experience, and we will be getting into that shortly. But alongside that, I just recently became a CEO in GTA.
Hey, congratulations. So you have a motorcycle club and your own business now.
So let me tell you something real quick. Just a little hint for you guys.
Got to spend money to make money.
Here's the thing. On Sunday, when I played, I started the game with $70.
Yeah?
Yeah, like they cut. I didn't even have
Where
enough
did
to.
your money go?
It's GTA 5, man. It goes everywhere.
Hookers
You know where?
and
You know what?
money?
It goes to teaming up with really shitty players and constantly having to rebuy ammo and armor.
Okay, that's fair.
So I started with $70, and then with all of the product that I had from Document Forgery from the MC, plus the random missions that I ran in between that and the selling the stuff for the CEO business, I wound up with almost $500,000 by the end of the day.
Okay, sweet.
That, like, I've never seen that much of a money turnaround.
Well, if you're a CEO, you're a higher up, so therefore it's going to be a higher.
Yeah, but I'm buying
Doing
things
cargo,
at like
right?
$2,000 a pop.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, because the vehicle cargo, you have to spend an additional $1.5 million to get a garage for the cars.
It makes sense.
Game Guy, hello. Welcome, our dear friend Game Guy.
Hello, game guy.
Lauren, what you been playing?
Gloryville?
Vainglory?
Glory hole?
Glory Veil.
Glory hole.
Glory hole?
You've been playing that
Play glory hole all weekend.
I hated it. I'm sorry.
You hated the glory hole?
Yes, I
I don't blame you.
Me too.
And you know what? I've already told you why. I need the satisfaction.
No, we'll get there. I definitely want to hear your
Right.
reason on Vainglory. Other than that, you've just been
I
traveling
honestly
around.
think that out of
Got
all,
lots of trouble.
we've had quite a few episodes where we've been discussing like first impressions and such. I think this one's the one where people's overall opinions of a particular topic are just so all over the board. We're going to have a lot of different responses
Three
on this
against
one.
one.
That's true.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see if it's
What you
serious.
been playing, Cal?
So,
League.
of course, I've been playing a little bit of League.
A little bit of
but-
PUBG.
That's why his back's sore.
But just trying to help out this guy, trying to learn something new.
It is.
And I've been also playing PUBG for squad play, top 30,000 right now, and the stats reset. So
Stats reset every month now.
every month now. So. Which is really fun, but when you do get that high level in North America, it's still, or high rating, I should say, being top, because there's millions of people that play. It's really fun to jump into the other servers, like the EU servers or the Asian servers, and you're in the top million, and you're playing against garbage, and it's absolutely hilarious. Because
Why is the North American server like so much? Why is that more competitive?
Because they're people like him.
Yeah,
Like they do it for the status.
The douchebag.
Well, no.
I'm
Well, the
wondering,
thing is,
like,
we play on the friends I play with. We play on North American server for the majority of the time, and so our rank continuously goes lower to a higher ranking. Consider we're like either winning or getting top 10s, top 2s,
Okay.
top 3, because we're fairly decent. We're not like the best or anything.
Because if you were going to join like a StarCraft 2 server or something, and you played on an overseas server, you'd get a fucking annihilated.
Right, but
so I'm wondering what the cultural thing is with the game titles.
It's just like going. So let's say I've been playing on the American server, and I'm already at rank 30,000. So I'm already paired with people that are playing the games higher.
Okay.
When I go to the
It's
EU
not
server, I'm in the million.
You're not saying that overseas servers, the players are shittier. You're saying that
My
are
brackets.
ranked, your
Oh,
bracket
yeah, my
is low,
bracket
so you're
is
starting in the...
And so I know what I'm doing.
A lot of people did that with Halo, where if they got
Yeah.
too high, they would just create a new character because they just, like...
You balance it out.
Yeah.
But you can go have fun on those little servers because you can just like kind of troll around and
sure.
just like, I'm going to kill somebody with a frying pan this game.
I've been playing MOBAs all week, so... oh no, and Mass Effect Andromeda. I started Mass Effect Andromeda. It plays more like Dragon Age, not the combat. Exploration is more like Dragon Age 3,
Which I still haven't played.
Inquisition, and that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing.
It's a good thing that I haven't played it yet?
Like when you start off in the first mission, because a lot of things. No. I think you should play it. I think you'd enjoy it. When you're like doing a mission, like on a planet, in Mass Effect, you could sort of go wherever you wanted to, but if you went to do a mission, it was fairly linear. You sort of went through, you did the mission, and then you could go back and do it, go return to the Citadel or whatever you wanted to do.
Right.
But in this one, you're like, I'm going to go to Eos, land on Eos, and there's going to be a bunch of shit to do there. And in this sort of open space, sort of, let's go talk to people or do side quests, and then we can do the main story mission and stuff. And I'm near the beginning, so I don't know if that's going to translate as well in terms of the story, because Mass Effect's story has been sort of the selling point of the game.
Never played one.
Never played one?
Haven't played 1, 2, 3, any of the Mass Effects because you want to know what? I don't give a shit. Just like Skyrim or
Love
Fallout.
that shit.
No. I play other games. I played Half-Life. I played Portal. I played a ton of other games, but Mass Effect didn't do shit for me. It's all right. It's a reasonable game that I understand why people like it.
Each their own.
Oh, I was going to be much angrier, but we can leave it.
I didn't say it was a shitty game.
Under normal, I
I could
would
be a shitty person playing the game. No, I'm just kidding.
I would have been a little bit more worked up, but this is Calvin, and
just not-
when
Didn't
Calvin
try anymore.
Yeah, when Calvin gets his head shoved up his ass even a couple of inches, it is entirely
Aggressive.
pointless to try to remove it.
No, I never said it was a bad game. I just never had a time.
Like you
to
enjoy
play
the
it.
smell of your own shit so much. Is
Whoa,
what that
And
is.
hello, Alicia. Thanks for joining
hello.
us. She's pulled up our stream for when Jonathan finishes karaoke with Sexual Dave. I wanted to point out, guys, if you want to go get your drinks ready now, at the end of every show, we do a toast. And if you want to, go grab your drink, go grab your glass. If you want the official Gutter Nerds glass, then you can go to our Facebook store. It's facebook.com/gutternerds and click on shop now. We'll send you a glass.
I promise.
And if
I
you
won't
wanna be
bring this
passive-
again, because it just
Actually, it's okay now because
That's
there's
probably
no.
not good for the sound. Yeah, I'm going to guess.
Sorry.
Just guessing.
sorry I didn't.
But if you want to be passive aggressive,
It's your first day. It's
you
fine.
can always go to the kitchen, put a piece of toast in the toaster, just put some butter on it, and just wait until you're ready to have some toast with us.
Speaking of toaster, I learned something this week. I can make chicken tenders in a toaster.
Wow.
So I had chicken
no, you
tenders left
cannot.
over from IHOP, and I noticed that they were kind of small. They were thinner than a bagel, and it's a bagel toaster. And they come to a point at one end, and I noticed the little wavy thing that is the platform in the toaster.
Can I help you?
Can
Yes.
easily hold one. And so I put them in. I toasted them because I didn't want to put them in the microwave and have them be soft. I
why
wanted
don't
them
you just
crispy.
put them in the oven?
I didn't have time to preheat the oven, so I went toaster.
Well,
totally
then
worked.
adjust the clock for the heat up. Have you ever cooked before?
That's pure
No,
laziness.
I just want to point
Sarah
out.
says no.
Laziness.
I just want to point out, Sarah, the producer, is who you're living with now, and her face as soon as this conversation started went from to
when I first told her about it, she started listening to the story with like and then really
she
quickly
slapped
was
you.
like, what would you have done if the house burned down? And I
'Cause
said,
your
I'd
chicken
buy you
caught
a
on
new
fire.
toaster.
Not a new house.
Just
A new
a
toaster.
And speaking of living with Sarah, also one last thing before we get into MOBAs, I've mentioned this before on other podcasts, that I am terrified to fart in front of her. I never have, not awake anyway. So like
Just
I
Dutch oven and get it
can't
over
do
with.
it, won't do it. I would be totally embarrassed if she heard me do it. So every morning that I've been here, the last 2+ weeks, I've asked her, have you heard me fart? Have you heard me fart? Have you heard me fart?
That's
Every
awkward.
day.
That's
It's
an
been-
awkward question. Why
Is
would-
it?
Yes.
How do you put up with
I would almost get
First of
over your
all,
fear, Dutch oven her, get it
know
out of the
what?
way, and then let her be okay.
That's assault,
You
brother.
need to be grateful that she's not more like me, because as soon as she says, "Oh, absolutely," like if you've done it or not,
You would be-
okay,
you-
I was
You'd be
waiting.
mortified.
I was waiting for the day, and it finally happened. Yesterday morning,
You let her live
she
a
heard me. I woke myself up with it, and it didn't sound human. It sounded like Vietnam. It sounded so much like Vietnam that I thought that Fortunate Son should be playing in the background while I farted.
Oh my god!
Sarah turns over to me and she goes, "It didn't even sound like a fart. It sounded like an elderly person clearing their throat." It was so. Not only did I break the seal, but in spectacular fashion.
So I'm gonna. It was
Too
a
much
movie.
Cracker
Come
Barrel.
in, Chuck. You're a little off. You're a little off frame, buddy.
In the
bring it in.
In the movie Forrest Gump.
Oh,
Get a little cozy. Yeah.
In the movie Forrest, there's a saying, shit happens.
Yes.
You got to learn to embrace
Yes.
that and accept.
I have
it,
not
Steven.
shit myself.
I'm not saying to shit yourself, but I'm just
I
saying
have not.
It is there.
Now, see, this,
The bowel movement.
all
happens,
of this,
Steve-O.
all of this is in stark
you live
contrast.
together, you got to embrace everything
No.
about each other.
stark contrast to the
that's
2.5 years that Crystal and I have been living together, and I swear to God, sometimes we need candles lit in every room in the house.
Jesus, that is something
Peter
I
is
don't
the
need to
exact same
know.
way. Peter
is
absolutely
aggressive.
refuses to flash a light.
Yeah.
He's mortified, and he won't ask. Like if it happens, it happens. Like if he's
You gotta do it
asleep or
stealthily.
whatever.
Y'all just need to relax a little bit.
I don't
physically
care. Like,
relax.
if it happens. It's natural. I don't
Just-
care. But like,
Just
no.
deny it more and say it was the dog or something. Be like,
I have a cat. You know how.
Own up to it.
Yeah,
like,
the Kit
yes,
Kat did it. Don't look at me.
I am a human being with a
think he's
digestive
running crazy.
system.
Don't-
Even if you don't own a
So-
cat, blame the turtle.
So speaking of human farts, I played like a human fart in Hey the Lost Cause 2. Thank you for the follow. We appreciate
Welcome to
that.
it.
Our stream labels is not running right now. And
Wow.
surprise! Thank you so
Double
much, guys.
shot.
You guys are badass. We appreciate it. We're at 93. When we get to 100, we'll have a big giveaway. I don't actually exactly know what the giveaway is going to be yet, but it will be awesome. It
Now
will
that you
either be
said
a
that-
bunch of games or something.
Now that you said that, we're gonna get some more followers in this podcast.
Right? Yeah.
And we're not going to know about it until next week. Like, oh shit, now we got it working.
We'll do a giveaway stream later in the week if we get to 100. But what I'm saying is our followers are not counting up because I don't have stream labels on because stream labels is glitched right now. It's not collecting correct data from Twitch. So just trust me, we're at 93.
We're keeping a running
anyway,
tally
yeah,
on
speaking
the
of
back
farts,
of our hands.
Speaking of,
All the
I
farts.
played like a human fart.
you played okay for your first time playing.
My fourth time playing. We did 4 matches. We
did 4 matches.
Was it 3 or 4?
It was 3.
We did 3 matches.
One
We had
bot game
bots
and 2.
2 player games.
Correct.
And this is my first time playing League. Period.
Now, what he was
ever.
playing, first off, he was playing a MOBA. Now, first off, can anybody say what a MOBA is?
Hey, Orange Sherbert, thank you so much.
Now-
94.
now-
94.
Who can define here what MOBA stands for?
Go for it, Chuck.
I'll let other people in the classroom answer first. I
Steven,
was
can
always
you,
that
yes or
kid.
no?
Yes, I can do it.
You cannot. Okay, so what is it?
Multiplayer online battle arena.
Correct. See,
And we had this
perfect.
conversation
Good start.
on the Paladin stream on Saturday. Is that's not a terribly specific descriptor. Technically, Halo's not a MOBA game, but Halo is a multiplayer online battle arena. Like,
But it's first-person shooter.
you're right. You're
FPS.
right. What I'm saying is like we could use a different word
Right.
for it, but it is what
But
it is. So
so-
I was just throwing that.
So
out.
the game you were playing with me was
Yes.
League of Legends.
Correct,
Okay,
yes.
And that's a game that's been around for a while.
And Sarah, if you want to bring up the footage of
Oh yes, please.
Do we want to jump into
Plan.
this now?
I'm
I'm
Later?
staring.
we'll
intently
we'll have
at
it
the
playing
monitor.
for a little bit while
I have a
we're
quick
chatting about it.
question.
Yes.
Because obviously I didn't know what MOBA stands for. Have you played DC Universe Online?
Absolutely.
That is an
Is it?
MMO.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an
I
MMO.
thought I'd ask.
Yeah,
Mass,
not a MOBA,
mass
it's a mass
multiplayer online, not
Correct.
really an arena.
Okay.
So, because
more-
But they have an arena.
I mean, it's like World of Warcraft. That's
Right.
But they have
So
an arena
I was
section, that's
playing
all I'm asking.
Jinx, which is sort of a Harley Quinn sort of style character.
So on most of these MOBA games,
Right.
every champion has 4 abilities. And
Right.
in League of Legends especially, you have 2 extra abilities. Currently you're running Ghost and Flash, but every ability does something different.
So in MOBA games, you choose a hero. Your hero has a specific role and specific abilities, and you have you have the arena, the map, And in MOBA games, and this is what differentiates League from something like Paladins, is that it's the objectives. It's not that Paladins doesn't have objectives; they're just done a little differently. So you usually have 3 lanes, and there's Fog of War and Foliage, which you call the jungle.
Yep.
And your goal is to push, destroy turrets.
It's to destroy the Nexus.
You destroy the Nexus is the entire goal.
Nexus is what the giant thing is in the center there.
That big red thing just kind of picking up right there.
And this was Calvin telling me, like, hey, why are you standing still? That's dumb.
Dude, in a game like this, you can never stand still.
Yeah, but you have to stand still to attack, though.
No, you can. Like I said, you can. Like I was trying to tell you yesterday, you hit A and move and click, and as you go, because you're.
But you'll move, stop, shoot, move, stop, shoot.
Right.
Is essentially what it'll do, right?
You stick and move.
But if I'm trying to do DPS as fast as possible,
you can
then
still move. There's even items in the game that will, for moving, give you a better, a critical chance, a better item to do such a thing. But this all relates back to how MOBA started, right?
Right. Yeah. So what was the first MOBA game you ever played?
The first MOBA game I ever played would be DOTA, which was developed in the world editor in the mid.
It was a Defense of the Ancients, right?
Defense of the Ancients.
Yeah.
And then that was the world editor originally for Warcraft 3, and then the actual Dota All-Stars, which was the big game that a lot of people play. A lot of people I know in the mid-2000s was for Off the Frozen Throne, which was the
so it
Warcraft
started
3
as
Frozen Throne
as a mod for Warcraft 3.
Correct.
Frozen, and it used Warcraft assets.
All players, all characters from Warcraft.
Yeah. And they created their own map to have this game in.
Exactly.
Right?
The same idea. 3 different lanes. Not really a jungle as much in the original Dota 1, but 3 different lanes. You had, as you saw, 4 abilities. There was also a 5th one in Dota originally for stats.
So the thing that I noticed when playing these games is, especially League versus Paladins, and we'll get into that, but in League it took a lot of focus. You have to be really focused. You can't get sidetracked. If the dog starts licking your hand, like, it's over. Or at least you have to, refocus and click back in. But not only that, you have to keep in mind what's going on the map. You have to be reading, especially if you don't know, if you're unfamiliar with a hero or something, you have to know what their abilities are. And that is what's the same with Paladins. Like, when you hit left bumper, right, because we're playing on Xbox One, you want to know what the fuck that's going to do. Right bumper's not always going to throw a grenade. It may be a dash or a roll or a shooting a chain hook or whatever. Yeah, exactly. So
one of the things that, like, when I talk about with heists, everybody has a particular job. MOBAs are really, really good at helping a player find their niche and then playing into that niche. Like, you get into that groove, and then the game just keeps digging you further and further into that groove until such time that you decide, I want to try something different. So you just try something different.
I'm gonna piggyback on what you're saying there, Chuck. Especially in all these games, all the MOBAs that you can do, and I'm gonna reference League of Legends.
Hey, B-Wing47, thank you for the follow.
Damn, we're on fire.
But
95 is what it is.
So, like in League, for example, let's say you want to play a support champion. Now, there are certain support items you can go, but like you were saying, there's niche, there's not things you can do get in your face, and certain games you mentioned this earlier. Now in League though, you can put any item on any champion to change the gameplay and the game style that you would like to portray as that champion.
So at the beginning of every match, you choose a hero, right? And at the beginning of every match you play, you have sort of an overall level of what your overall account level is.
And there's 136 champions in League of Legends.
But each champion, you start out at level 1, basically. You start off, everybody's like a base hero when they go in.
Level 1.
And then as you kill things, the more you can level up.
In that one game.
Certain abilities within that one game, you can recall back to base to buy items and buffs and stuff, and then head back out. So things like retreat and tactics are very important. Less so in a game like Overwatch or Paladins. It's still important. You still have a role that you need to do. But if you die, like, okay, give me a few seconds and I'll be back in there. Like sort of like a traditional
It's strategy.
Yeah.
But in League, it's like I have to pull back because if I don't, I'm going to be out for like a minute or 30 seconds.
There was a time last night, I don't know if the clip is there, if you have it, but there was a time last night, I'm like, Steven, we're going to die. Like I said, we're going to die in like 5 seconds, if we don't recall, and we died immediately because the jungler came and ganked us. I was like, he's like, how the hell do you know that? And I'm like,
That's the way this game is
there was a
played.
point we were playing, and I don't know if it was just map awareness or what, but he goes, it was a Jin?
no, it was Master Yi.
Master Yi. He goes, I got this feeling Master Yi's gonna gank us. And
I started running back.
He came out of the bushes, he sliced Cal's head off, and he impaled me on his big fat dick, and then was gone into the shadows.
And it was like, well, we're dead.
Yeah.
And I knew we were going to lose that game too. I was like, as soon as I saw the lineup, I'm like, we're losing the game. We don't have a jungler.
For sure.
Well, I think that's the main difference between a game like Overwatch or Paladins or the new Quake that's
I wouldn't consider
in beta right now, and a game like Vainglory and LoL and Dota is because you have these truncated maps and you have these characters that operate within themselves. You're dealing more with tactics, but since you have this big map, which is a carryover from the old Warcraft, Starcraft days,
the idea of the map.
then
yes.
you have to focus more on strategy than tactics.
Right. And you mentioned Overwatch. I don't really think Overwatch is really a MOBA.
It's not. So Overwatch and Paladins is not a traditional
I was going to say,
MOBA.
those aren't really MOBAs.
And that's something we spent time on Saturday playing Paladins.
And I'm not trying to discredit the
For
game,
sure.
but it's
it
not
takes,
a MOBA.
It takes
Just
elements of
everywhere.
MOBA, though, and institutes them into a first-person shooter.
I would say it's an objective-based first-person shooter.
But they still...
That's because you're a purist.
But also, it takes the same thing where you have a hero that has 4-ish abilities and an ultimate, and you...
but look at Team Fortress. Team Fortress 2. You have
Same thing. It is a job-based system.
It's a job-based first-person shooter. It's not now objectively in Overwatch, you are moving apart. It's not about team kills. It's not about finishing. It's about moving
It's about
apart.
taking objectives.
It's about taking objectives. So the only thing is moving objectives to the end.
One game that is a MOBA, but in that more camera down style, which may appeal to you. You have a PS4, right? Maybe we should try Paragon because it is a MOBA. It is
a
League,
MOBA.
but it's not that top-down view.
It's first-person.
I'm also taking in the fact that I only got to play mobile because I was out of town.
A mobile MOBA.
A mobile MOBA.
Now we can talk about Vainglory for a moment.
So let's list a few just off the top of our head real quick. So we have Dota.
You have Dota, Dota 2. You have
Heroes of New Earth. We're at the
HOTS.
beginning.
Yeah, Heroes of New Earth that just started in 2016, I believe.
Valve
2015.
took Dota, which was a mod that as we mentioned,
2015.
from a Blizzard mod.
So Dota 2 in 2000, I got actual stats here. In Dota 2, the rights were bought in 2009 by Valve.
Okay, so Valve
Valve bought
made
and they
Dota
just-
2.
Steam would not shut up
And
about
they
Dota 2.
released
still
Dota
kinda
2
won't.
though in 2013. So they bought the rights in 2009, but released their
I
beta
also-
game in 2013.
I also remember of the Dota players being, maybe I'm wrong, maybe they were split on it, but I remember there being a certain level of excitement, which was, we've been playing a mod this whole time and we love this game, so now the professional polish of a developer that we love, Valve, is pretty universally regarded as a good, if not
Now,
labored developer.
Do you know what the one of the main
And everyone kind of went,
Well,
when it came out.
it's a yes and no, especially with Dota 2, because I was a big Dota 1 player, the Dota All-Stars original. So as we were kind of watching something earlier, one of those ideas is the fact that when Dota 2, there was a ceiling. They hit their ceiling. They couldn't do anything more. Now, when Valve took the rights and decided to develop the same game with a different platform, what they could do is they could change the graphics. They could change the entire outlook of the game. They're not only held back in the Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne graphics. So they can upgrade, they can change everything, and they can make it look prettier. They can change the way somebody looks. They can have more, what's the word I'm looking for?
chutzpah,
More art.
sparkle.
A little spit on it, polish. A little more polish.
a little
That's the
jazzle.
word.
A little bit more of
polish.
a personal touch,
Yeah,
too.
exactly. They don't have to be held back by. I'm not saying Warcraft
I feel
holds
like
anything back, but
tell me if I'm wrong. I feel like League of Legends was developed as a direct response to the letdown Dota 2 was.
Maybe.
I don't know if it was a
bit.
letdown, but they took some of the same ideas and they changed a little bit because they also they were trapped in the same art form. They couldn't do as much as they wanted to. So what they did is they made a same concept, but different
using all
ideas.
their own
Because
concepts and
Dota
stuff
2
like that.
still has some, which we'll go into more detail in a bit, but has some different ideas towards it still.
And each one is unique. It has its own flavor, and not just in terms of the heroes, right?
Correct.
Like each one has their own little spin on, or tell me if I'm wrong. Things like Vainglory, Dota 2, League of Legends, Heroes of the Storm. Are they all the same with different heroes?
Absolutely not.
Gameplay. The game mechanics are where all of those games differentiate from each other. Like Dota 2 is like super intricate and detailed, and then League of Legends they kind of streamlined a little bit, and then Heroes of the Storm they streamlined a lot more.
Extra casual.
Like
I'll put it that way.
Like it is super easy for you to go into Heroes of the Storm, just jump in and start playing.
You can jump in, start playing. There's in both games with Dota 2. I would say even Vainglory and League of Legends, there's a thing called creep score, and where they use last hitting. Last hitting is where you get the last hit on the creep, where you gain the gold. We did
a Lord of the Rings style. Calvin's like, okay, we're gonna lose this match. So like at the outset, he's like, we don't have a jungler, we're gonna lose this match. So at the end of the game, whoever's got the most creep kills wins. I'll put that challenge to you. And I was like, okay, cool. Like I'm like a damage dealer. I can do that. Basically, what you want to do is just, like you said, get the last hit.
Yeah.
You get the last hit to get the gold and the score. And so at the end of the match, and each match in LoL lasts 30 minutes. You want to put 30 minutes aside for a league match. And in something like Paladins, you want to put 10 minutes aside. Like, to play a match in Paladins, probably 10 minutes.
I don't know. I played a couple of 5-minute matches today.
That just went boom, boom, boom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, when I was talking about jobs, like, as soon as you find a groove and you can get into that groove, and then you start designing the groove to better suit your particular play style, once you remember that this is the character that you've designed, this is the way you need to play this character in order to best support the rest of the team.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of the cool things about just MOBAs in general is the kind of teamwork that's required out of everybody working together. Like
it's not just Halo where you sign in and shoot guys and you don't talk to your team. And
you've got a job to do, and you need to do that job, or else you're going to fail.
But at the same time, and you were pretty good at this with me, but you even took out some frustration on some other players last night while we were playing. You know how like when we go to Shreveport or Vegas and we play blackjack, and people are like, oh, you didn't do what you were supposed to do, and you're like, I'm sort of playing the game however the fuck I want, you know? Even Calvin's like reaching out to other people, and it's like, hey man, the fuck were you thinking? Like, you know, that kind of thing. So there's a lot of pressure playing these games. So
right, it gives you that competitive. I mean, that's why I like it, because I prefer competition. And to that game, it's like that competitive edge. It gives me an adrenaline rush.
That's the weirdest thing. Like, I'm not a competitive player, but I still kind of like this because I like not only being part of a team, but understanding what my position is in that team.
And
helping the
basically
carry the
being
team.
good at something even if we didn't win.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, how many times did I get best frontline defense when we were playing Paladins?
So your hero was Nando, Fernando.
Yeah, it was Fernando. Great big, like, suit of armor with a pretty Spanish face in it. And he's got a flamethrower lance and a great big fuck-off sword.
I was going to do something.
Or shield, and then...
His great big, like...
No. What I was going to pantomime the shield that he casts out in front, similar to, I don't know all of the Overwatch characters, but there's an Overwatch character that puts a shield up. And you can shoot from behind.
Starts with an R.
But it stops...
it stops enemy.
Ricola.
No.
Yes, it stops Ricola. It also stops grenades, too, and I found that out yesterday.
But, so, the thing that all of these games do, the MOBAs and the first-person MOBA-inspired kind of games,
right,
do well is their heroes have personality.
Right.
And the good ones, the heroes always have personality. You have not just the flavor text, but like your character feels fully like a damn character, and not just like a shooting avatar.
Yeah.
So when you played Vainglory, Lauren, what was your reaction to Vainglory?
So similar to the clip that we saw you, and you were saying you can't move and shoot at the same time. That really bothers me. Obviously, I played on a mobile phone.
Right. Vainglory is only mobile.
Right.
It's only mobile or tablet.
So
Yeah.
Right, and it's like, okay, you literally can't do it at the same time unless you're using 2 fingers,
Well,
and even so, it won't.
It recommended you to use 2 hands in the tutorial.
Well, yeah,
So
like,
I'm saying,
I've
I'm
been doing that.
But even
know,
then,
I'm
like,
just-
you're either telling it where to go or tapping on an enemy. And that was my thing with League.
That's the
And
difference between a mouse
and this is what we discussed earlier. Like, I like Skyrim, I like Fallout, I like moving, I like shooting, and at the same time, it's just better for me.
You like the intimacy of looking the life that you're about to extinguish in the eyes and watching it fade to the abyss.
Because, I mean,
That-
Fallout will give you, like, the extra credit. Like, hey, you shot him in the head. But no,
swivel
like,
around, head explodes in the
like,
fountain. You go,
pretty much.
Now, my contrast to that is, in Vainglory, you know you're actually killing another person. You're actually playing another person, and you're getting the satisfaction of taking them away from the battlefield.
Yeah, but you get that with PUBG too.
Hang on,
Hers
hang
is
on.
the view, though.
Hang on.
Yeah,
Okay.
like,
Now, in games like Fallout,
hang on. This
please
better
hang
be
on.
fucking good, Calvin.
Now, in games like Fallout, like I understand the perspective, but you're also killing an NPC, so it's not putting up as much of a fight as an actual player could put up.
That's true.
I think for
So
me,
it's just
Hot bot-on-bot action sucks.
but I think for me is like, okay, so after that turn, like even if I did kill them, they're gonna regenerate. Those
And that's-
NPCs won't regenerate unless you died mid-kill.
and that's the
And for me, I think
I see what you're saying.
like it is. It's
You wish
it's
the world
intimacy.
to end is what that is.
She wants some finality and the
If-
depth.
She wants
Okay, so
finality.
you would probably like Battlegrounds
You
then, because
die.
if you kill a person, they're gone from the match.
Yeah.
They are extinguished into the realm.
And it, like I also play D&D, so if you kill that character, tough shit, make a new character. You
yeah.
can't make an exact
Right.
replica of that character.
And-
You have to do a whole new character,
and
and that doesn't for me.
now I understand that, but
You just like death.
no, well, and it's if you do
just
like the
death
death
of murder.
and you
You're
do
weird.
understand the kill of that person, you can always take advantage of that though, and that's the whole point of the gold system in this game. You get extra gold for killing players. You go back, you get an item lead on somebody, and you go back and you kill them again
Yeah.
because they don't have items, and you continuously put this person in the dirt.
But-
Yeah, there's a question for you,
Well,
Miss Death Dealer.
hold
Why
on.
are you not okay with massacring 20
you are
people
like
at
you
once?
continually kill
Hold on.
somebody.
Here's the other thing: Vainglory does not have a chat option, unless I'm mistaken.
I've seen one.
I believe there is one.
There is
I
one.
did not see
there
one.
totally is one. So
do
what?
you-
You want to talk smack to the enemy too?
I do. I want to hear them get pissed off because I killed them
wanna-
more times. I want to hear them be angry at
Well,
the persona that I
now-
am.
You're just a horrible human being,
Now,
is
there's
what
two-
that
Why do you
is.
think I play games?
There's two
For the same
there's two-
reason you
there's
do
a yes,
roller derby, apparently.
there's yes and no with a chat option.
Okay.
Okay, especially when it comes to games and MOBAs. Now, most players, especially in the League of Legends community, it's a very toxic community.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
I gotta say, you lawless are like some of you are sweet, but a lot of you are fucking assholes.
So correct me if I'm wrong. In my head, I'm imagining like the 13-year-olds who talk a lot of shit on
Yes.
Halo. Okay.
Imagine
So, man.
30-year-olds,
There's-
not
there's-
13.
I bet that's in my head.
There's
Yeah.
there's a reason there's no voiceover option in League of Legends because that
Oh,
would be
yeah.
a shitstorm. There's a reason why
you wouldn't be able to stream the game.
You can turn your chat on and off, and you can mute other players
Yeah.
because there's that many violent and toxic players. Sounds like you'd like to be and talk shit and just tilt the team.
Some real-
now that
some
is
real
a
heavy
strategy.
evil shit.
Here's my thing. For me, sorry.
You're
For
good.
me, it's the idea that I'm not gonna talk shit. I'm gonna be like, those people that flip you off in the car, and then you have the other person who's just as nice as they can be, even though they know they're the asshole. I'm that asshole that waves or like blows kisses or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna talk shit. I'm just gonna be like,
But you
I will put your ass into a fucking
so-
wall.
Example A, there's taunts in League.
oh,
There's
Yeah, I
taunt. So
can't
if you
play
kill
League.
The
if you
taunt-
kill
I'm not
somebody,
playing League.
you can flash. You can taunt them, or you can flash like you're level 7 on the champion. Like I played this champion a shitload. Go fuck yourself.
No.
Like there's
would-
ways you can taunt. There's ways
really
you
glad
can
I
do
didn't
things.
Did you just suggest wasting an ult on a dead
No,
unit?
not an all. It's just a taunt.
Here's the thing about
BM.
MOBA games that I that reminds me of like the heists. It's not that you can't do it with strangers or that you can't have fun with strangers.
It's just highly
But
recommended.
oh
you
my
don't.
fuck, it's so hard and toxic and awful. So I think something like Vainglory, because I tried Vainglory too at the beginning, and it was pretty for like a MOBA game.
Yeah,
it was pretty.
It's pretty.
the graphics are
I didn't immediately connect
I
with
don't
it. But, like
fully enjoy it myself.
the heroes did not stand out to me as
like I'd be willing to
especially
try a
interesting.
different game specifically because I was on mobile.
And we can play together on mobile, right?
Right.
Like Vainglory. So I'd be even willing to give that a shot. But playing with Calvin, playing Paladins with you guys and with Game Guy, that was the shit. Even when we got our ass stomped, which we didn't, we actually went. We did the training because you have to get to level 5 before they let you play with
I think
players.
we went unbeaten.
And
our team went unbeaten, I think.
we played a lot of bots, but then we played one player mission at the end. Not mission, but we went up against other players at the end, and we were like, "Okay, guys, the time's come. This is our test," and we fucking we slaughtered them.
Oh yeah.
Your thing about the wanting to be more up close and sort of feel that. I think you might like Paragon if you're playing with friends because it is first person. I think you can be in third person if you want to, but it's still that you have a role, you have your abilities. It's like League of Legends, but they put the camera down here. Is essentially what it is.
Third person.
Yeah. So when you go up and hit someone, like you're right up there in it.
Okay.
But when Calvin and I, he'd be like, "Okay, use your ult or use your CC or whatever." Right now,
CC is crowd control.
Crowd control. I'd like to pop out my
still
grenades, and then
Is it still like click to move? And
Yes.
Of course. It's like
Paragon is not. Paragon is stick move,
Okay.
and then doing.
it's not WSD, no. I mean, but it's click. So.
Right.
So
I don't want to.
if you don't mind, Steven, I'd like to go over some differences in some of these games.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell me what kind of player would like what
I'm going
kind
to
of
start with
MOBA?
Heroes of the Storm.
Okay.
So Heroes of the Storm is Blizzard's their concept of MOBA that came out in 2015. So 2 years ago.
They use Blizzard characters.
They use all Blizzard characters in it, correct? From Diablo to Overwatch to StarCraft to all over the board. Every game they've come out with, they use characters from them.
Okay.
And it's more their Warcraft art style, which isn't bad. Still using a 3-lane system to destroy essentially the base or the nexus or whatever you'd like to call it.
Wait.
But
Quick question.
yes, go ahead.
Olaf.
That's League of Legends.
Yes, you know where Olaf comes from.
He's a. Just go with it.
Lost Vikings?
Yes.
The TV show.
No.
Well, no, all these characters, they have ideas of characters. They're not like all parallel
And League
together.
references a lot of.
They reference a lot of stuff, but
shit,
it's also
too.
not like their skins reference things. So it's not based off of actual.
But they're not
characters.
licensed characters.
Correct.
Olaf came from a Blizzard game.
No.
Yeah.
We'll look into this. We'll
Lost
after
Vikings
this.
1 and 2 were made when Blizzard was still
It
making
could be
games
using
for-
a name, but it's using a Viking Norse name.
Does he have the green shirt and he has the helmet that goes over his eyes? You can't see his eyes. He's got the really bushy blonde hair.
We'll look into this in a bit, but let's
Because
get
I
back on
remember
topic.
seeing your picture of Broloff.
Well, let's get into topic because we'll get into this a little later.
So
All you're
saying is
if Olaf from the Lost Vikings were in Heroes of the Storm, that would most likely be the guy I played.
okay.
Okay. Now, back to Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah, Heroes of the Storm.
Back to topic. So, I would consider Heroes of the Storm more of a casual MOBA to play.
Again, it's
If
just
you
a
want to get into a MOBA
pick up
If you want to
First
get
go.
a first-time MOBA player, I'd recommend you playing Heroes of the Storm.
Okay.
Because the tactics in this game are not as hard as League of Legends or Dota 2.
Let's not
It
say
is free. It's
Let's
free.
not say hard.
I will say hard.
Let's say intricate because
I would say difficulty level. It is hard. It is not. It is
There
not,
is there might be a steep learning curve,
That
but
makes
for some people can get the steep learning curve, but then go to something as simple as Heroes of the Storm and not get
because
it
I
at
gotta
all
tell you,
because it's too easy.
When I played LOL, like I said, I did the tutorial and then jumped in with you, and there was still like a lot of shit where I was
There's a
like,
giant- that's
I
why I
have to
can-
keep track of a lot of shit.
That's why I consider.
Yeah.
I will not consider
As
League.
advanced, yeah.
It's very advanced, and I would say it's a lot harder.
Yeah.
Now, when it goes back to Heroes of the Storm, there is no last hitting. You are literally just pushing a lane. That is all your entire You can grab your team.
I'm okay with that.
The only difference is that in this game there are mercenary camps, and then if you kill the mercenary camps with your teammates, those mercenaries you take over the mercenary camps and they go and they push the lane with you.
Okay, so you create more minions by
More minions
taking,
by
by taking those spots.
Now,
Okay,
there's
that's
no
cool.
items you buy. There's no recipes. There's no extra gold that mean anything. All there is experience and pushing lanes.
Okay.
I'm okay with that too.
Okay, and you have abilities that you level up over time.
Yeah.
It's very simplified, very casual, very lane-friendly pushing. Now we're going to upgrade a little bit to League of Legends.
Legends, yeah.
Okay, League of Legends I would say, is way more advanced. And in aspect to, you mentioned foliage earlier. There is bush that you can't see anybody in unless you ward them. Wards are
Right, and that's something that I wish would happen in other games in general. That fog of war and that
it's a huge fog of war.
Battlegrounds does it pretty well. Like if you crouch in the grass, like it's hard to fucking see
if you
them.
get in a bush.
Yeah.
How much experience? How much experience do you have with real-time strategy games?
I played Halo Wars.
Halo Wars. That's it. No StarCraft. No Warcraft.
No StarCraft. No Warcraft.
No Command and Conquer.
No Command and Conquer.
No Jesus. Wow.
No Jesus.
No Jesus.
Well,
he
we know
gave up
that.
Jesus a long time
We know.
ago.
A while ago.
Okay.
No, halfway through Meal Cracker.
You kind of need to fix that.
It's called communion.
I'm aware I was making a joke.
You're more of a heathen than I am.
I mean, I'm
Oh God.
not really, but
Okay, so
pray
what?
over
You had a
that
point,
after.
right?
I mean, remember that the entire MOBA genre came as a result of a map mod for
Right.
Warcraft.
Right.
So, like, especially when you start working with League of Legends, you have to pay attention to everything that's going on in the map. If you have like passing experience, well, maybe not passing, but a little bit more than passing experience with real-time strategy, you're
I see
already
what you're
used to
saying.
checking that
You're
map.
looking at keeping a map awareness as opposed to.
and then that's why that mini map comes into play.
Sure.
The mini map comes into play, and that's where your vision control comes into play. So you have vision control that you don't have to worry. You have vision control. You have foliage and bushes. You have the last hitting involved in this game, and you have the I would say the objectives,
Is there no-
the side objectives in the game.
There's no like jungle in Heroes of the Storm.
That's what the mercenary camps are. They help you
Okay,
push.
okay.
That's technically the jungle. In League of Legends, you have a jungler that can get all the buffs in the jungler to get the extra experience to help gank lanes.
And if you fuck it up, then it's a jungle bungle.
Yes. Now let's move even up higher. And now I like League of Legends better, and I will always say they're both comparably hard games. But Dota 2 is exceptionally hard game due to the intricacies of what you need to know in this game.
That difficulty
You
curve?
have everything. You have everything that I just mentioned, but you also have creep denial. Creep denial is instead of getting last hits, so your last.
Is that like when you go to a bar and she gives you a fake phone number?
Yes.
So you denial.
So what you do,
We just call that Calvin denial around here.
when you get the last hit of the gold for your creep, right?
Yeah.
You're getting the gold for it.
I'm a weirdo.
But if
what the
the
hell am I doing here?
if the
I don't belong here.
if the enemy's creep is low health and you attack the enemy's creep, you deny them of gold and experience. So you can get higher level than they are by denying their creep's and keeping them lower on gold.
Oh, okay.
So you have to focus on your creeps and their creeps to try and take that away from them.
Okay. That's definitely another level.
Now, elevation takes control of this game. The way the map looks, if there's hills in the map, if you're shooting an arrow up a hill, you have a higher percentage chance to miss.
okay, so it's not all on the same plane like in League of Legends.
Correct.
Does League of Legends have more than one map, or is it?
It does,
one map?
and I'm going to get into that here in a minute. Different map styles. We'll get to there.
Okay.
And then you have jungling, like you said, the fog of war. You have different styles of buff in this game. You have like a double damage buff. You have Roshan. There's different epic monsters to kill. But in the intricacies of hardness, with the denials and the what's the word I'm talking about? Elevation of the map.
Yeah.
That makes it way harder.
It's certainly more complicated.
Definitely more
Like
complicated.
there's a lot more things to keep in mind. So, and Vainglory is probably going to be recommended then for people who just can only play on mobile.
Yeah.
That and it's
Which is why you
and
played
it's
it.
3v3 always on Vainglory. It's always 3v3.
always 3v3?
Yep, that's the
One
map set.
lane,
You have one
huge
lane,
jungle.
But you have two different play styles. You have like elimination game, and then you
Yeah.
have casual.
I wonder if I can stream
You can.
a Vainglory game.
You can.
There's a way to do it.
I think I know how, but maybe we should try to be on a Vainglory team. Did you already delete it? God damn it,
Not
Lauren.
playing it again.
I did not.
I
delete
will.
it.
Lauren.
I will gladly try out Paragon.
Honestly,
because I want to give this
Paragon's
a
not
shot.
free.
Yeah,
You
you,
said Paragon was
you
free.
probably
Paragon-
should have said that at the
Paragon's-
very beginning.
Paragon is not free. Well,
You
Just buy me an Xbox.
This was the worst
Just
episode
re-download
ever for
it.
you. This
Just
was the
re-download
worst
it.
episode
It's
ever
free.
for you.
Now,
Hey, here's a game that I can play that everybody keeps talking about. I should really
true.
start to get into this genre. And then, Paragon is
Paragon
free.
is not free. That is not. No, that's not right. It is not. It can't be.
I thought it was.
Game guide.
personally.
Double
Oh,
check.
here
Yes,
we
Lord.
go.
I thought it was personally. While you're looking that up, you mentioned something about map types.
On PS4 is what I'm specifically looking for, game guy.
You mentioned
map types
So
in these games.
in these games specifically. Now, there, to my knowledge, there's different styles of maps for Heroes of the Storm. I'm only know really League of Legends map types. So you have Summoner's Rift, which is the 5v5 map. You have the Twisted Tree Line, which is the 3v3, and then you have the Howling Abyss, which is the map used for a couple specialty game types like ARAM or All Random, All Middle, which is always a fun game type.
All random, all middle.
So Paragon's Wiki says Paragon is a free-to-play MOBA, but I've also seen it at Target for like $40 and like declined to buy it because I didn't want to spend $40 on it.
That's probably because if you plunk it in...
You probably can't read, Steven. That's probably it.
Okay,
they probably have a bunch of
if
bonus
Paragon's free,
content.
we'll play it with you. Let's do it.
I'll play
with map types, the cool idea about map types though as well is that for me at least in League, there's like different seasons in League. So every couple months there's a different map type that comes out, like Doombots of Doom, which is like their level extremely high level to have like 6 different characters' abilities, and it's like beat the fucking Doombots. Let's see how you survive.
Right.
Like,
But the setup, I guess, is different. But it's always those 3 lanes.
that's in the Summoner's. If it's based on the Summoner's Rift map, that's a 3-lane map.
Okay.
If you're on the Twisted Tree Line, it's a 2-lane map, and if you're on the Howling Abyss, it's a 1-lane map.
So that is the thing, though, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing necessarily, but it's something that I noticed, and I didn't play a long time. But I played for a few hours, both Paladins and League,
Right.
and I saw maybe 2 maps in Paragons, maybe, and I saw the same map,
Right.
when we were doing Summoner's Rift. So, even if they had like that same 3-lane structure, like the same frame, but they're like, oh, this one's snowy and icy. This one's like summer jungle. I mean, keeping the jungle there. I'm not saying remove that, but you know what I mean? Just
well,
different skins on it, on the structure is what I'm getting
Right.
at.
They do that seasonally in League. They change it for the most part during the season, or if there's something special coming out, they'll hype it up a little bit. They'll change what the creeps look like. They'll change it all around, at least in League. I know they do like a winter map as well for Heroes of the Storm. I don't know what they do for Dota. I think they change it as well.
So your favorite MOBA then, hands down,
It's League, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, of course it is my favorite.
The thing that I did not much that I noticed about Paladins was that the skins on the heroes were like cheap and stupid. And at first I was like, well, the game is free. What are you gonna do? But League's free, and all their heroes are vastly different. Like one hero will have, I don't know how many skins per hero there are.
The one hero has probably some heroes have at least 8 skins.
Okay, but they look like dramatically different versions of that character.
League also has been out for several years.
Okay, Jonathan just got here in chat, so let's start over for him. Hey, nerds, and welcome to the gutter. This is episode 24. No, go ahead.
So League is one of the considered, the first one's considered a freemium. So the game is free, but if you want to get those skins as well, you're going to pay for them. Like,
I wonder who coined that term freemium. I'd like to pinch him in the ball.
Because it's microtransactions. It's just like a little bit of money to upgrade just a little bit to get that cool, good-looking skin that you want with the changes of voices, changes of looks, changes everything.
And who's your favorite hero in
That's
League?
debatable.
You would debate
It depends. It depends on what you're feeling. Like you said yourself, there are hundreds.
I've seen you
of
cosplay
heroes.
Broloff,
Yes.
which is an Olaf skin.
Which is an Olaf skin, which is pretty hilarious. It's one of the funniest skins in my opinion.
Is that why you call it Brolo?
No, that's the name of the skin.
The name of the skin is Broloff.
Yes.
It's that Viking, but instead of like a Viking helmet, it's a beer helmet. And instead of like the green
looks
tunic
like a
or whatever it
bra.
is, it's a
two
bunch of
popped
popped collars.
It's like a bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I couldn't give you a favorite hero because I like a lot of champions. It just depends if I'm playing the top lane, I'm playing mid, playing jungle, playing support. If I'm playing support, I'm going with Blitzcrank, the robot I was playing the whole time. Damn beat boop. But,
Yeah.
It all around different depends.
So I recommend any of these MOBAs that you want to pick up and try a few because a lot of them are free. I don't think is Heroes of the Storm free?
Heroes of the Storm is free.
Okay,
yes.
shit. Well,
Is Paragon?
is there a? I think it is. Fuck, I don't fucking know anymore.
Quit telling me shit. That's not true.
Again, Overwatch not really a MOBA, but Overwatch is not free. But again, a similar style to Paladins or something. But I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, do you have anything else on MOBAs before we go into our end game here?
Let me check some notes.
Let me look through all of my shit.
Let me
This
look
was for
through.
Calvin.
Yeah.
Now consider this in stark contrast to how prepared he is for literally any other episode we do.
That's true. I'm proud as shit of you. I'm proud.
We
as
have been
shit.
doing
You
this
brought
show-
fucking notes.
You brought notes.
What's
man.
your least favorite MOBA? Like, what's the one that you? If I was like, hey man, let's play this, you'd be like, oh, can we play any other
Heroes?
one?
I would say Heroes.
I would say Heroes. This
I know you well enough.
I'd play it, but like I played it again. I refreshed myself on it today, and I played it. and I was like,
It's
this
boring,
is why
isn't
I
it?
hate this game.
It's boring.
Do you have a
It's
PC?
boring. It's boring because there's no competitive
As a
edge.
service. Like, I don't have a PC yet.
On PS4, can you play online though? You play on DC Universe Online,
Yeah.
right? Okay, yeah.
As long it
I'm
has
gonna
to
look
have
at a
an
Paragon.
app, that's a problem. Like, if it doesn't have an app for PS4, I can play it.
Okay.
You guys enjoy Paragon?
Yeah, I enjoy the shit out of it because I'm not gonna play it.
I just want to find something to play with Lauren. So, if she won't play Vainglory, then we'll buy you an Xbox. We are known for spreading the box love.
Don't let
Weird
them.
thing to say.
The box to love.
Spreading the box love.
I
You
like
give
loving the
boners to
box.
everybody, so exponents.
Exponents, that's true.
I like how nobody heard that, but the producer. Thank
But-
you.
I'll hear it in playback. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
no, it's good.
And I'll think to myself, Jesus Christ,
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
How often does that happen?
Is there a paid MOBA?
There was one, which was Heroes of New Earth, which is
was paid.
Now, Heroes of New Earth was originally a direct copy, for the most part, of Dota All Stars, except with different graphics, more for Mac-based and Linux users. And they started the game in, what did I put? 2009 was the beta, and they made it as a paid-for beta game, and they made it to a free game because nobody was fucking buying it.
Nobody's
Like,
buying it,
they were
yeah.
like, go fuck yourselves. We're not spending money for this.
It's hard
in
to
2010, like they
It's
went
hard
the
to
year.
pay for MMOs now. It's hard to pay. I guess MOBAs are by and large free, if not
That's the
entirely.
freemium
free.
is the best way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
A game that you're going to continually like
you're gonna
constantly build
update.
onto.
You're gonna exactly wait. You're gonna continually update it, fix bugs, patch the game, add content, add champions. Everything. There's no
Which
reason
is-
to have. That's why you play the game to either buy the champions with real money or have in-game content
This-
from playing the game so much.
This is
to
something
buy the
that we should have
champions.
gone into with. We were talking about betas and open-ended games, like a game that you're going to constantly be adding more material to, more heroes, more skills, more skins. You're just going to keep just constantly clomping onto this thing until it looks like some weird
That's-
Metroid-looking thing.
That's why for Destiny, vanilla Destiny, that really pissed me off. That I bought a beta. Because they added content and they're like, here, show us another $60 for the rest of the game. I'm like, go fuck yourself. I paid you $60.
How
of the-
much has Destiny cost you
some
so
of
far?
some of the
Only
updates were free.
$60 because I didn't buy
Some of the
other
updates were free,
patches.
but I paid a total of $120 for Destiny, including like the DLC.
You paid for
bundles
2
and stuff
games.
like that.
Congrats.
I'm not happy
And you
about
got
it.
one.
Except that we played the shit out of it. Like we played hundreds of hours of Destiny. So even while I'm playing it, I'm like, this son of a bitch fucking game, having such a blast. What the shit is it? Like, I was having fun. So I can only rag so much on it because it was fun. I feel like, and we had this podcast weeks ago, something like The Division, like, I feel like you stole 60. I feel like you punched me in the face and took $60 out of my wallet.
No.
why
I feel
I
like you
didn't buy
paid
it.
them $60 for a punch in the
Or
face.
a punch in the face. So can one play League specifically casually?
Absolutely.
Like, can I be like, I'm gonna play League once a week or once every couple of
Absolutely.
weeks? I'm not gonna have to commit my whole time to have any fun.
No, we can have fun. We can play whenever you want.
I think that's why I probably need to go into Heroes, is because I didn't get that feeling at all. I like it. It feels like socially there is such a massive like amount of desire for you to automatically be good at it.
That's
like
only
that
if you're-
competitive edge. It feels like it
if-
weighs upon you.
I have the
so
feeling
heavily.
that it's not, if you're not playing ranked, that it's
There it is.
It's as long as you're not playing ranked.
Now,
I think it'll be okay. And I would urge you, if you're going to on your PC to download something to play with this, I would urge League simply because we've already I've played a little bit and have.
Yeah,
like,
he
an
and I have
understanding
gone
of
back
it.
and forth with it a couple of times
Okay,
ourselves.
that might be fun to get a
Remember the
three-way.
the computer that you guys got for me for Christmas last year, a couple of years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He actually took the time to put League of Legends on it for me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. When you were putting in the graphics card,
Yep.
you stealth installed League of Legends on there.
Absolutely.
It was like, I'm going to get this son of a bitch to play this fucking game.
You know what? Fine. I'm a fucking.
We can play all three and have randos on the team and just dick around. It's absolutely fine.
After playing Paladins and after playing Vainglory, and because Vainglory they gave you the 3 characters that they taught you with the tutorial, and then once you got into the actual game, you got access to the free for now characters.
And they have those in League too.
And they have those in League as well. Like, how often do they rotate those out?
Every week to 2 weeks.
Well, so then the game will continually change.
So sometimes even a game like Paladins, like I feel like if you're regularly updating it with new heroes and skins and stuff, that's going to keep me invested. And I remember you going to PAX one year and being kind of upset that Riot didn't announce a new...
No, I was upset that Riot wasn't there.
No, you went to the thing.
Oh, they were there, and
they didn't announce a new hero, and they usually roll out
they roll out something special or a PAX skin normally. There's specific PAX skins that are like rare to get. So.
And Lauren, we may already know the answer because of what we discussed earlier, but to get you to play a MOBA,
I think what we
free
need to
game's
do...
not going to do it for you. It has to be from either a first or third person perspective, not the top down perspective.
I don't think the top-down perspective is as bad. Like, first, that's why I was like, okay, is it, like, a move, then attack? Because I didn't like that. That was a big problem with me. And, yes, I like the intimacy of, like, killing my character.
Getting sprayed with blood and shit.
If one of those things is fixed, I'm willing to give it another shot.
Okay.
Quick question.
Down.
How much do you enjoy one-hit kills?
That's kind of a weird question, isn't it?
Because it's satisfying when it happens, but like if it's like every 2 to 3 kills, it's not fun.
No, we're talking. I'm just saying, if you get a one-hit kill and it executes the player, it takes them out of the match.
It's really situational.
Because I think what we need to do is we may need to find you a nuke character. Somebody just does massive amounts of damage all at once, and then it's just super flashy so that when you see them do a thing, it is just viscerally exciting to watch this thing just do some massive AoE nuke damage and just go, holy shit, wow. So you need something like that.
If I was going into a player game on League of Legends by myself without Cal there, I may not have had a whole lot of fun with it. But because he was able to be like, like I mentioned earlier, okay, use this ability here and then use this ability here, then I'd be like, stun, Cal grabs, punch with big robot fist, and then I shoot arrow, destroy
and then
guy,
explode.
and then we go like, that felt good. That was great.
Just think of it this way.
That was my Scooby-Doo impression.
When Dante was going through hell, he still had Virgil leading him through.
Okay.
Yeah, think of it like Devil May Cry.
I guess I
think of it like
also
Devil May Cry.
need to state that I'm usually a single player gamer. Like I
Right, yeah,
don't
you're
play with
a story
friends.
gamer. You don't usually do.
I don't multiplayer.
You don't multiplayer, and you especially don't usually competitive multiplayer. Like that's a whole new world for you. Okay,
It's not new.
it's an unusual world for you. I didn't mean to discredit you. So the second, as we near the end of each podcast, like I mentioned at the beginning, we do a toast. Grab that one.
Glass.
You get the mess-
I get the best up one.
Official.
I always
Nerds
get the stunt glass.
glasses. We are toasting. We usually toast with Twaka. Calvin is toasting with Twaka, which is our.
I'm the only one drinking for
liqueur.
once.
You are, and I would have
What is
with
this
you.
bullshit, Steve?
This will be the first time I've ever not drank
I thought I got to drink with Steve tonight.
because I'm pregnant.
Boy or girl?
Both.
That's why you chose green.
No, earlier my stomach was like, I swear to God, it took me aside and was like, if you drink tonight, I'm barfing.
Sarah
all
needs to
over your
stop
girlfriend.
dicking you so hard.
That's what impregnated me. So, Chuck, we'll start with you. What is your... I missed whatever.
She goes hard. That's what she said.
I may need to drink after all.
What's your toast to tonight?
Well, a couple of weeks ago, we told you that my girlfriend got into a car accident. Her vehicle was totaled. We now have a replacement car for her, and she is now super happy that she is back to her independence. She's almost 100% now, so things are finally starting to get back to normality. So
Pulled her off injured reserve.
to hardcore adulting, she is off the IR list. Yes.
Excellent. Fantastic.
She was glowing. She was like, I got a new car.
Oh my
What
god.
about you, Lauren?
I'm happy to be home.
From being out of town?
July was such a shitty month for me. I'm so happy to be home. I'm so happy to be with my friends, except for Calvin. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but now all the celebrities are dying. Like Sam
See,
Shepard.
I'm staying off of.
We had celebrities dying
Last
way
year
back
was
in
way
2016.
worse.
Hey, where's Prince, dude? Come on.
Yeah.
Alan Rickman, David Bowie.
Yes, I know that was all throughout 2016. They waited until just the next couple of weeks.
My
finally
toast
start kicking
tonight is
over.
to our new studio, which is in the process of being finished right now, as you can see, and all the people that helped put it together.
I can touch you guys. This is really weird.
It is weird.
So
Contact's a little aggressive, but
it's weird to actually be sitting and not sinking, Steven.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're usually sitting on the white couch with me that tries to
Yeah.
swallow men's souls through their ass.
I was like, ugh.
The couch that ate people.
Cal's got his knees up in his chest like he's on a goddamn squatty potty. Like, trying to come up with funny shit to say on a podcast is not the best
No.
situation.
So-
Thanks for hanging in there.
I try.
Yeah.
Thank you for getting the
These
cheers.
are comfy
Sure.
couches.
Now, what I'm going to cheers to is to all the MOBA players. Keep being toxic, because you know what? You fuel our
Oh
fire.
God, please
No,
calm the fuck down.
No,
And I
you may
appreciate
fuel his
toxicity
fire.
because
you
you know
fuel
what?
his fire. Not
I feel the burn with you every
my
day.
Christ.
So I cheers to you.
To MOBA players, the studio, to being home, and to the new ride.
Come on.
Great.
Yeah, we
can
couldn't do that
actually do
before.
that now.
And the last thing we do before we call it a night is we go to the can. Sarah, would you toss me the fan can, please? The fan can is a list of questions.
Across the screen.
All right. Thank you.
Denied.
Thank
Gotta
you.
go to the can.
Creep Steve.
Shit, who's the ball hawk for the Arizona Cardinals? What's his name? What's his name? Honey Badger?
You about people. Come
Honey
on.
Badger, come on.
The Cardinals?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know many Cardinals players.
Remember the
Safety.
squirrel?
Okay, fuck it. It's Richard Sherman. Good job, Richard Sherman.
thank you.
We'll
There,
go
that's
we'll
better.
go that way.
Right, Richard Sherman works. That's what I thought you were going for. That's the
Jesus
Seahawks, not the Cardinals.
The fan, yeah, that is the Seahawks. That's not the Cardinals.
Idiot.
But no. So the fan can is a list of just random questions that people ask us from events. You can also tweet us at Gutter Nerds using the hashtag FanCan to add your question, and we will all answer it at the end of the podcast.
Don't lie to them.
Okay. Okay. This is for everybody.
Need me to read it?
You have to pick one game
Cool.
to jerk off to for the rest of your life.
What?
What is it?
That is such a guy question. I don't have to answer.
No, this includes female masturbation.
Everybody
as well.
answers the question.
It is a sexist terminology, but everybody gets to answer.
Oh, I'm gonna choose a bullshit answer. We're going
Winning a league, getting a kill.
No. We're just gonna go to super aggressive. We're going with Final Fantasy X-2.
Okay.
Just aggressive.
Okay. I hear you. I hear you.
Do you hear me?
I'm gonna
call the police.
I'm gonna go with Battlegrounds.
What?
I'm gonna go with Battlegrounds because getting a kill in that game.
It does give you a heart.
If I
Can you
getting a kill in
imagine
that game, I'm 60%.
How many
there.
pairs of underwear would you go through if you got the chicken?
Oh, the first
dinner?
chicken dinner. I'm gonna scream so loud that
Oh, you
Sarah's
haven't
gonna.
you haven't gotten one yet?
No,
Oh,
no
God.
chickens. No chickens, no
Get
dinners.
you a dinner, dude.
The wafts of KFC have passed me by.
All right,
I'm
where are
gonna
you
go
going to jill
Battlegrounds.
off to?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be weird. I'm gonna say Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Man.
That's good. Good one.
All right.
Good one. Charles,
What?
Chuck,
What?
Chucktron.
That was really weird for me.
The Chuck Source Rex.
Fallout 4.
I've not heard somebody call him Charles. That was really weird.
Charles.
You want to see me at work?
You're the future, Charles, not them. I know it's weird.
So what are you hitting for the Spank Bank, bro?
One game, rest your life.
What game you plugging in?
GTA 5 Online.
What's giving you the 6 to midnight, bro?
Jesus
What's putting you at
Christ.
full
The Ultra
mast?
Raider with the square boob.
What's just
They're triangle, thank you very much.
Conan Exiles.
what's breaking through the sweatpants? Just give us an answer.
Do Mafia 3 with all the blood.
I don't...
Oh, those brutal kills.
Did you lubrication
I
check?
started off scared and ended up aroused in
Oh, that
Mafia
lube.
3.
I don't have one.
You can't say it's not a. You don't
have
have an
to
answer.
answer.
You
That's
have to
fine.
answer.
No,
said
I
Super
legit do
Smash.
not
Don't let
have
him
an
cop
I
answer.
had
out.
Super Smash Brothers.
This isn't a cop-out either. I am I am legitimately thinking hard on
okay.
the answer of this question. I don't have one.
You don't have one.
You're thinking hard to see what
and
makes
that's okay. What stimulates you emotionally when you play? What is a game that when you play
appeals
you feel
to your,
engaged?
You've been very, like, romanticizing gaming tonight, and it's a little disturbing.
That's fine. That's fine. Mass Effect?
Ass Effect.
You can choose which side you want to go.
Game Guy, of course, says
Earth
EDF.
Defense Force. Yep. By the time you get like
Marvel vs. Capcom? Like,
Or Risk of Rain.
Oh yeah. What if you get a good beat down on Marvel vs. Capcom?
does that give you at least a 50-50? You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, the last game I could think of that competitively gave me the Top Gun boner was Rock Band.
Not Killer Instinct. I thought you were gonna say Killer Instinct.
No.
Rock Band.
Rock Band.
That's fair. Rock Band is a good game to jerk off to. You have a soundtrack.
I mean, it's not just that.
I'm
it's
imagining
like,
as you're strumming, you're trying.
And you're already there.
Or you're already strumming, you know what I'm saying?
or you're strumming while somebody else is strumming you.
Jonathan, the question was, if you had to choose one game to masturbate to the rest of your life, what would it be? And if you have one, before we go, feel free to toss it into the chat.
Seriously, I don't have one.
That's fine.
It's okay.
We're still
We'll
friends.
take Rock Band.
I need a human.
You need a specific human.
Yes.
And that's more than fair. So, guys, next week we're going to be talking about...
Sim. That would get
my God.
Oh my God, that's the best. That's everybody's answers changed to Goat Simulator. That's the way it is. That's what just happened.
That's
when
Oh
this is...
no! It's Daddy Simulator where you accidentally burn the child.
Dream Daddy?
Oh no, Dream Daddy actually makes sense though. Like that's like an actual answer.
yes, Jonathan. What game to diddle yourself to?
Honey Pop?
Yes.
Oh, just Gravy Baby said Trauma Center. Next week, we are going to be talking about how our gaming tastes have changed over time. So think about like when you were a kid, or even back in high school, or for some of you, if you're in high school, like think about when you were in middle school and how your gaming tastes have changed over time. Are there games that you play now you didn't used to? Are there games that you used to love and just fucking can't stand anymore?
Or if you haven't been playing games all that long, consider like what would it take for you to get you to start branching out?
Right. Yeah. What might be the barrier to entry on some other types of games?
Right.
Sure.
Like that. But don't forget, we got several new followers today, so thank you very much. Don't forget, you can also subscribe to our channel. You can follow us and like us at Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. It's Gutter Nerds, all of those places. If you look under Cal's left knee, well, that's a little much. But those are all the places that you can
There's
go.
the knee. Here, I want to just.
My name is Steven.
Calvin.
I'm Lauren.
You are?
Yes.
Hi, Lauren. I'm Chuck. Nice to meet you.
And we will see you guys next week.